You are listening to the Boss Experience Podcast, a podcast with conversations about business growth, self-development, and maintaining a mindset to achieve business success. My name is Michele Davis, and I am a business strategist and coach, and I am your host. Let's get started. Welcome to another episode of the Boss Experience Podcast. My name is Michele Davis, and I'm your host. And in this episode, we're talking about vision boards. What are they? How it's an essential part of business success, and how to use them, create them, and what you should include on them. So let's get to it. Hey, if you're enjoying this episode and you know you're ready to take that next step to finally become a professional service provider on your own terms, I want you to consider working with me. When you work with me, I help you start your business the right way from the beginning so you can generate the revenue you desire doing what you love. So head over to CEOBlueprintAcademy.com. That's CEOBlueprintAcademy.com to check out the ways you can work with me to get set up for business success right from the start. That's CEOBlueprintAcademy.com. Okay, back to the show. The reason you want to create a vision board is because you want a tool that allows you to visualize your view of life, what you want out of your life, your business, your relationships, and other areas of your life of importance. A lot of times what happens is we're attempting to claim something that we have not yet defined. And what I mean by that is if you are saying, I want business success, well, what does that actually look like for you? Or if you're saying that you want to find the love of your life, well, what qualities does this person have? How can you claim something that you can't clearly define and that you cannot visualize? Because vision boards, I think a lot of times people create them and then they put them off on the side somewhere, have them, behind the dresser or, wherever. And the purpose of a vision board is to inspire you to achieve what your dreams are, what you desire to have in your life. And everything starts with your ability to define it and visualize it. So you have to visualize what you want. So when you think about a vision boards help you to be intentional. It helps you set goals. It allows you to have clarity about what your goals and what your vision is for the different areas of your life. And it allows you to have a connection to what you desire. Because if I sit here and I say, well, I want to earn $10,000 a month in my business, well, how exactly is that going to happen? What actions do I need to take? Which brings me to another point is vision boards do not replace action. You actually have to use it to inspire you to take action on everything you define in your vision board. So what exactly do you include in a vision board? Now, I'll give you some key areas and then I'll give examples. For my vision board, I focus on family, business, spirituality, self-development, relationships, health, finances, dream life, and healing. Now, your vision board may look different because you may have different priorities and goals. But for me, those are the areas that I want to focus on. So what exactly goes into those areas? Well, the first is family. For example, with me, in terms of family, I am a single mom. My daughter's 17. She's heading to college. And so my goals this year is for me to move closer with her, for her to be able to go to school. She doesn't want to stay in the dorms, thinks the dorms are disgusting. And it's something about partnering with a stranger to be roommates. Something about that seems a little off to me and her as well. So my goal is to move closer in proximity to where she'll attend school. And the other thing I just want to remind you of, vision boards are not just for the beginning of the year. You want to make sure that you're always removing things and adding things to your vision board. So you may initially start off with some ideas, and then as you get into the groove of creating your vision board, or as you look at it daily, you may add things to it. So just keep that in mind. The next area is business. And these aren't in any particular order. Like I mentioned, I'm a business coach and consultant. And what I'm doing presently is I'm restructuring my coaching programs. So I am shifting kind of the services I offered in one program into another. So, like, say, for example, I have CEO Blueprint Academy, which is a 3-month coaching program for new entrepreneurs that desire to replace their 9 to 5 with a professional service business, such as coaching, consulting, or some other professional service. That is going to be my flagship program for after people go through the 3 months, for when they feel they need, additional support later down the road, there'll be another additional service to support them. So your business vision may be restructuring your programs. Maybe it's starting your business, the business that you've been dreaming about and talking about all this time. Whatever your goals are for business, define them and capture them on your vision board. The next is spiritual. So probably every year, what I do, I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God. I look for books. I look for things that can inspire me for my daily prayer time. And, for you, you may be different. These aren't categories you have to have on your vision board. This is what I have. So I may aspire, to pray more often, or I may aspire to have a new book every quarter to support my prayer time. Whatever your goal is, or whatever your vision is for your spiritual goals, if you have spiritual goals, you want to list them there. The next is relationships. I hear a lot of times people, say they want to find the love of their life, right? What exactly does that mean? Who is that person? What are their qualities and characteristics? And, are you currently in a relationship that isn't serving you, or where you don't feel supported? So whatever the case may be, you want to set some goals. Maybe your goals are to strengthen your relationship. And this doesn't have to just be with a partner. It can be just relationships that may be strained in general. Maybe you want to strengthen those relationships, including relationships with your partner or your spouse. So the next category is health. So with health goals, everyone always lists, oh, they want to lose weight, they want to work out more. But really think about what you want to achieve by doing those things. So if you have a chronic health condition, what is your vision for you to address that chronic health condition? Are you going to implement a plant-based diet? Are you going to do a vegan 30-day challenge? Whatever your goals are for your health, think beyond the actual action and look at what you want to achieve in relation to health. Better medication management. Maybe you need to be on medication. Or maybe you want to look at holistic ways to address your health condition or to live a more healthier lifestyle. So think about what you want to put in that section and make it your own and set your vision and your goals. Next is finances. So with finances, that can include everything from creating a budget and actually sticking to it, or maybe looking at your finances and maybe meeting with a financial manager to help you create a vision for how your finances should be. Or maybe it's evaluating where your money is going and really being intentional in tracking it. And also look at financial growth. Everyone wants to make the 6 figures, but you're not really saying, what is it really about your finances that you want to achieve? I say meet with a financial advisor, get clear on what your money goals are. And it may cost you, to have a meeting with a financial advisor, but it's worth it because you want to look at not how to stay the same with your finances, but how to grow the money that you have coming in. You make it your own, look at what you want, what is your vision, and you lay it out in your vision board. Next is dream life. Without filtering and without thinking about, oh, that could never happen, or, instilling self-doubt, think about what is your dream life? Where do you want to live? What type of house do you want to live in? What do you want that house to have in it? What are you thinking in terms of, do you want a condo? Do you want a home? What are you driving? What is your ideal career? What is it that you're doing? And so the final section that I'd like to include is healing. So a lot of times we've experienced things throughout the year and we've kind of moved along without really addressing those things. Or maybe we're still have lingering things from that happened a couple of years ago and we're still healing from it. You don't have to have anything in relation to healing. I'm just giving you examples. Think about what it is, if anything, that you're healing from. and include it in this section. So now that you know what to include in your vision board, let's talk about how you actually create this vision board. You can have a digital vision board or you can have a physical vision board. I like the physical ones. And the way I do is I first create, what I want. I write it out and I actually take the time to plan it out. What am I including in the different sections? And then I actually go to like a store like Dollar Tree, Walmart, and I get those boards that, they're like $1. They're very cheap. And it's the whiteboard, something that, you would use for a presentation, something like that. It's a sizable board because you want to, be able to include all of the visualization items that I'll mention in a minute on that board. So you need a large board. If you have kids, think about the board that you would use for their science presentation or something that you can hold up in your hand, like, be able to see it. And then once I have everything written out, the next thing you want to do is to, look at magazines, find affirmations, because your vision board is supposed to inspire and motivate you to action. So you want to make sure that everything on your board is a reflection of your vision, but also is inspiring so that when you look at it, you always keep in focus that this is my dream. This is what I'm working toward. So I also like Pinterest as a source, especially, when it comes to how I want my house to look or, different things. You want to get inspired. So, look on the internet, look on Pinterest, look on social media, grab magazines and get those printed out or, cut out magazine photos. And for me, I save things throughout the year. So I'm always looking at ways to, enhance my vision board. But if you're just starting out, just, ask some friends for magazines, but make sure that for each category, you at least have 2 pictures or so that capture what you want for that section, whether it's family, relationships, finances, whatever. And then you want to organize everything. You want to lay it out on your board and think about what, brings you the most inspiration and how you want to lay things out on your board. And then finally, how do you actually use a vision board? Now that you have this beautiful board laid out, what do you actually do with it? Well, the first thing you do is you make sure that it's in a place that you can see it every day so that you're constantly inspired and you're constantly reminded what you want in your life, what you want in your business, what you want in your relationship, and everything that you have listed there on your board. The other thing is, too, is you want to look at it. So you don't want to just have it hanging or displayed. You want to go and you want to look at it. You want to keep those images in your head and in your mind so that when you think, on your way to work, you can think about, your vision for whatever your dream life or, however you want to visualize your dreams and visualize everything on your board. You want to make sure that you make a conscious effort to look at it, to get inspired by it, to make sure that everything on your board, that you can recall it in your mind as well. And remove things as you accomplish these things. You want to just remove them. You want to replace the old things with new things on your board. And you want to also add to it. Your vision board is not just for the new year. It's a living project. So what I mean by that, you've heard of the term maybe living document that is always added and updated. Same thing with your vision board. You want to make sure you're always adding to it. So that's it. I really just wanted to support you in your vision for 2023 and make sure that you are intentional about your goals and are intentional about what it is that you want out of business and life. And another big thing I do with my vision board is I use the vision board to, establish my goals. What do I want to do in the next 6 months? What do I want to do in the next year? What do I want to do in the next 5 years? So that I can have clarity on my goals. So I use my vision board for that purpose too. And if your vision is to start a business, a professional service business in 2023, I want to invite you to hop on a breakthrough strategy session with me. And in this strategy session, we will talk about where you are, where you want to be, and talk about how to get there and I'll help you create a customized game plan to get there as well. So if that interests you, go ahead and visit ceoblueprintacademy.com, ceoblueprintacademy.com. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in. And I look forward to hopefully hopping on a call with you in the near future. Thanks. Be well. And I look forward to you tuning in to a future episode of the Boss Experience podcast. Hey, it's Michele here from the Boss Experience podcast. Are you a coach, consultant, or other professional service provider trying to figure out where your next client lead is coming from? There are professionals on LinkedIn closing more deals than any other platform. You want to know why? People log on to Facebook and Instagram for social purposes. However, people come to LinkedIn for the sole purpose of networking with other professionals and doing business. When you implement a LinkedIn strategy correctly, it makes the difference between scrambling for your next client and having leads flowing into your business. So my friend, Troy Hippolito, just so happens to be a LinkedIn expert. And when you work with Troy, you get the exact formula to not just get a lead, but actual clients. So if you need a dedicated done-for-you service or just the blueprint to be effective on LinkedIn, Troy's got you covered. Just visit ceogameplan.com to schedule a free, no-obligation call with Troy to see how you can leverage LinkedIn for your business. Now back to the episode. Thank you for tuning in to the Boss Experience podcast. Don't forget to leave a review for this episode and tune in next time.